No matter how you travel, it's good to have a plan. Some people plan every minute. No sleep, bus, museum, another museum. While others only plan to take it day by day. When it comes to your finances, a plan is just as important. You can count on Credit Karma to give you the insights you need to understand your options so you can take charge of your financial path and find your way to money. Explore how you can make financial progress with confidence today. Intuit Credit Karma. Karma you can count on.
Find yourself looking for a new job or change in career? Monster.com is here to help. We are not only here to bring you job postings, but also AI interview prep and salary tools, expert career advice, and top-notch resume services. We've got everything you need to land your perfect job fit. Discover the magic of finding the ideal job with Monster.com. Your future starts now. Visit Monster.com today. Your next job opportunity is just a click away.
All right, welcome back to When Reality Hits with Jax and Brittany. We have a special guest today. Brittany had to work, so I brought in my bestie, Mr. Tom, Schwartz. He's here, and it's a big day for him. It's premiere day for him.
Yeah.
But we're not going to talk too much about that. We're going to get into some real stuff. So how you doing?
Jax motherfucking Taylor, back where he belongs in his natural habitat, on the cusp of being on television again where he belongs.
That's right.
How you feeling?
I'm feeling great. Excited for your premiere. Not only that, I know you got a premiere party going on at Schwartz and Sandy's tonight.
Thanks,
I got
brother.
a premiere party going down the street at Jax's.
Why are you trying to poach my glory?
I'm sorry. Hey, I'm just trying to make a buck here.
Everybody's got to eat.
We all got to eat.
Everybody's got to eat.
Speaking of that, I know I've been talking to you and Tom. We got to do a bar crawl. We got to figure out something where it makes sense, where the fans can go to all Lisa's places and then mine and kind of do some kind of thing where it's fun for everybody.
We've been working on that actually behind the scenes. I don't want to, but we're working on a formal.
Okay, let me know because I think that would be kind of fun.
Yeah, dude, I got you.
You get to go to each bar and you get to sample different foods from each bar, different drinks, and you get to meet your favorite Bravo Lebs or whatever you want to do. I think there's something there.
Yeah. By the way, give a shout out to Jax's and Rocco's Studio City. We were there for the playoffs. A great day if you're a Chiefs fan or a 49ers fan for the rest of America.
It was bad.
A very sad day.
I'm so sad. As you guys know, I am from Michigan. I'm from a suburb of Detroit. And, we went pretty far. I'm just happy for the city. The city of Detroit needed this. It was just so nice for the fans to come together. Everybody was so happy that we made it this far. We'll get them next year.
Honestly, huge W for the city. I know all the local businesses, especially people in our line of work, benefited from that.
Yeah.
And it was a hell of a season.
You know, our version of Taylor Swift is Eminem, and Eminem was there. It was nice to see that. But unfortunately, we came out on the bottom of that one. But it was just awesome to see Detroit, just go that far. There's so many diehard fans in Detroit.
Detroit showed up for Jackson's Studio City.
We did, and I think that was our busiest day ever. I mean, we were packed, and I just want to say thank you for everybody that's listening that showed up. It was awesome. We had so much fun.
On that note, before we move on, I want to give a special shout out to everyone who came into Schwartz and Sandy's the last week. The energy was just undeniable.
Heard it was really busy last week.
There's, I don't know, something, it's like there's a revitalization process going on. We're revamping. We got a new sound system. DJs are coming in, working on some live music, new food, new drinks. Anyways.
And you added TVs today.
Yeah, we actually just added TVs. Yeah, we'll never be a sports bar per se, but we have TVs now for the big games and stuff.
And you're adding a new DJ booth?
Yeah.
Awesome.
Anyways.
Awesome. No, that's awesome. So, hey, listen, it's premiere day. I'm not going to talk too much into that, but I just want to know. What is your premiere day routine? Like, after this, I know we each got to get out here because we both got events at our bars, but what is your routine?
Well, I wake up and our theme song, Raise Your Glass High by Dina Deedley, it just haunts me from the moment I wake up. It's like...
Is that song kind of like the Friends song, I'll Be There? It's like she's token to that song.
It's so good, but too much of a good thing can just destroy you. I met the writer, by the way. He came in and he brought his wife into Schwartz and Sandy's, and I don't want to put him on the spot. But
you can say his name.
No, but he showed me a giant rock on his finger, and he goes, hey, your theme song got me this rock. It's a big, beautiful diamond. But he was very cool. And I wake up, I worked out. I had a little session with my therapist, Cody from Peloton.
Nice.
I'm joking.
Oh, no.
No, he's actually one of the instructors.
Oh.
I just like him. He's funny. And I like to do Peloton. I got a tonal now. It sounds like we're plugging ads, but I'm really not.
We all got tonals.
I know.
Remember, we all did that. We all went to that gifting suite. We all got
You know why I'll never
got tonals.
You know why I'll never forget how I acquired a tonal?
We went to the party.
I know, but it was the day that Katie divorced me, so.
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
We don't need to get into that.
No.
Past tense.
We're not getting into that. Me and Katie are on great terms. I love her. I'm always rooting for her. Shout out to her new podcast.
I love you always taking the high road. I wish I need to take a note of that. That's one of the things I.
Well, that's what.
And that kind of goes into my next kind of topic. Like everybody, everybody's cool with everybody right now. Everybody seemed to.
I could say loosely everybody's cool right now.
Kosher.
I wasn't. This year was weird for me, guy, because I'm not used to being an outcast. You know me. I'm usually the one that, with the diplomacy, who's trying to bring everyone together.
Yeah.
Look for common ground. Look for a resolution. Look for solutions. You know, sometimes to a fault.
Yeah.
And sometimes that can be interpreted as being spineless, as the girls say.
No.
Being compassionate and trying to give people a little grace, a pass, understand where they're coming from. I do get frustrated how that gets misconstrued as being spineless sometimes. But I know it's said with love. It's kind of a facetious thing at this point.
Dude, it's not in your character to just create drama or be in drama, be involved in drama. You want nothing to do with that. So seeing you into that atmosphere, it drives you crazy. It's kind of like you feel awkward. You're in a place where you don't want to be.
That's so funny because some people like yourself, I feel like you were born and raised to be on reality television. You know what I mean?
Yeah, the world's a better place when Jax Taylor's on TV. Let's be real.
This is a fluke. I did not belong. Although I think maybe that's one of my assets. I don't know. I'm a guy who on reality TV. This is our 11th season. I don't know if I have any business being in this world, but I do love it. And I love my cast members, each and every one of them.
All of them?
Right now, I'm on great terms with everybody.
That's what I was trying to get at.
Listen, I haven't had a lot of contact with Ariana, but I got to say, I got to give her a shout out, kiss a little ass. She just had her Broadway debut, Chicago, I think.
Yeah, New York, right?
Yeah, and how
incredible is that to be in Broadway, New York?
She's just crushing it. Everyone's kind of thriving right now.
Right.
I mean, I'll be honest. The past 2 years, it got bleak. It got bleak for a little bit there for me, and I'm not just talking about stuff going on in the show, but with my family. I was going to dive into that in a minute, but
just
like opening, man. I'm keeping it positive today, but I gotta say, man, I was a basket case for a few years, but something in me has changed. I have a newfound sense of optimism and hope, and I think a lot of it's just coming from more consistency and discipline and having habits.
Routine,
writing,
important.
Writing, dude. I'm back to like journaling, writing things down. When you have like these nebulous, vague ambitions, it's just so much less likely to come true. You know what I mean?
Right. I remember when you used to journal back when we had 551. Yeah. I'd find all your books. You would always buy all these just obscure books. Not obscure, just because the titles, I didn't understand any of them. But yeah, I would always flip through these books, and you would write your notes and all that. You used to I don't say journal, but you would take notes on everything. You'd always have notes written down. So that's good to see that you're back doing that again.
I think for the first year, it was me, you, and Tom, and I was in shock for the first year I moved here. You know what I mean? I was shocked that I quit a good job with a lot of potential for promotion within, great fringe benefits as like an account executive. But when I saw you, I was green behind the gills, wasn't I?
Yeah,
you were like, dude, what is this here? You didn't know what to make of me.
It's kind of fun though, because I got to mold you a little bit.
Because by that you weren't jaded, but you had seen and done. You knew your way around the business.
Right. You could pretty much call me Worm.
Yeah.
Have you ever watched Rounders?
That is our exact dynamic.
I'm Worm.
The outlaw Josie Wales. He always doubles back for a friend.
Always. If there's a corner to be cut, I'm going to cut it.
How many times have I doubled back for your ass? Literally bailed you out.
100%. Literally, figuratively, mentally, everywhere.
I keep coming back for you because I love you.
I love you too. Hey, not to harp on this, but your family, your brother, he's doing better.
Dude, that's so nice.
Just got out of surgery.
That is,
right?
Don't make me cry. That is so thoughtful of you to ask.
Well, I know it was a hard time for you, and I know you're going through a lot with that emotionally, and it's not like they're just a hop, skip, and a jump away. They're literally across America. They're in Florida. So
yeah,
it was far.
Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. I got to say, my brother Robert, I don't know if he's going to hear this or even knows what a podcast is. It's so funny because they're younger than me, but they're like dinosaurs when it comes to technology. They're just now like embracing Facebook. I'm like, well, dude, what's you don't?
But you know what? It's almost like God, I almost wish it's kind of like bittersweet. You always want, but how nice is it to not understand that? I mean, knowing that what we know now, how social media is, wouldn't it be nice to not know that for a minute? Not have your life be involved with social media? Dude, imagine that for a second.
I know, because it's such a powerful tool. And
it is.
And it can be, and if you monetize it and you're smart with it, you're savvy, you can make a lot of money, and you can foster a strong community. I haven't done a great job with it lately. I think I fell out of social media. I fell in love with social media around like 2019, late 2019. But I think we're talking again. I think I'm rekindling my love and appreciation for social media.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you're not on it as much as you could be, and I think that's probably a more of a thing that you just want to stay away from it because you don't want to read into it too much. But you're not on it a lot, are you? I mean, do you graze through it daily? Like how long? Okay, what was the word I'm trying to say? How much do you think you're on it per day?
Do I mind the scroll?
Yeah.
God damn it, I do. More than I want to. Dude, I'm like, for a while there, I'm ashamed to admit this. My average screen time was like around 8, sometimes 9 hours, much to my chagrin. But dude, I'm usually down to around like 5 or 6, and a lot of it's, I'm actually doing something. Like I'm working on merch.
Right. You're always working on merch, dude. You're that's one thing you are good at. You're really good at it.
I took a breather.
You getting back into it? Because I need some help with that. I need some new ideas.
Well, your hat's simple, but I love the way it fits. It's a perfect fitting hat. I don't know who made those. Anyways, this is boring.
Kinetics.
Yeah,
they're a clothing line in downtown LA. They're awesome. I use them for everything. Their hoodies are amazing.
Yeah.
But I'm a basic bar. I don't want too much frill. I don't like too busy. I just want to say what it is.
No, that wasn't a slight in any way. It's
I know.
a beautiful, simple hat. I rock your Jax's hat all the time.
And I appreciate that. Hey, I saw Katie now has a podcast.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I think, first of all, I'm very happy for her.
Right.
And I think her and Dana have a great chemistry, a solid rapport, and they're kind of snarky and very sardonic. And, I think it's going to be a success.
No idea what that word means. Sardonic.
I used to write those words down in my journal when I lived with you.
What does that word mean? Use it in a sentence.
It just means like sarcastic or kind of like facetious or like, it just means like, I guess like an edgy sarcasm.
Oh, all right. But are you going to go on it?
I never thought about it.
Do you think Katie would ask you on it?
Would you go on it?
No.
Whoa, you didn't even hesitate.
No.
Have you talked to Katie?
I haven't. I don't really, and there's nothing negative there. I really have nothing to say.
Yeah. Well, me and Katie are cordial. Yeah, I think it's going to be really, okay, prepare yourself for the stock PR statement.
That's okay.
I think it's going to be really fun for viewers to see how Katie and I's post-divorce relationship has evolved. Do you know what I mean?
I don't appreciate the little digs that she gives. She gives a lot of backhanded digs, and that's kind of like, and then you go on top and you just kill it with kindness, and you're just kind of like, well, that's okay, I understand. It's kind of like, man. I wish I had that in me to, like, if someone said something to me, and this is not me, because I'll go back and I'll hit below the belt. But you just, like, you can just take it with like a grain of salt, I know this is an old thing, what she said, that you look like a couch or something.
Oh, that
stuck with me. I'm like, how can you say something like that?
That was the sweetest thing she said to me in here.
Have you seen how she dresses?
Well,
I'm not trying to do a dig at her, but come on. It's not like you are a fashion icon.
I think Katie's she's aware she gets roasted alive on the internet for her fashion takes.
I just think just take the high road. You're a grown-ass woman.
That was facetious. That was like, but like, no, I do sometimes see she takes like these little snide, like, chips away at me sometimes, or takes like a backhanded compliment here and there. But honestly, I don't know, man. It doesn't really get to me that much.
Nah, we'll get out of that.
It's okay. No. We can talk about that. But no, I'm hyped for her, and she's got a lot of good things going on, and it's nice to be on good terms with Katie. We have some really weird situations that we worked through this season. I think it's gonna be fun for people to watch.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So you two kind of...
Yeah. Dude, it's a good season. I know I'm supposed to be promoting Vanderpump Rules.
Yeah, promote it. Are you excited? Are you happy about it? Are you excited about it? Are you
stoked
pumped?
about it, but at the same time, I've been a little nervous about overexposure.
Right.
Hypersaturation, or like, dude, it's like, it was a fucking sensation this year, and I think it's going to be a killer season, but sometimes I worry about overexposure.
Is it safe to say that we can stop talking about The word.
You know what of all?
I don't even want to say it anymore.
Don't
say
it.
I'm not even.
When I hear it,
I feel like it's
my mind goes numb. Everyone's moved on. Well, almost everyone.
We've all moved on, right?
Almost everyone.
I think so. And
there's some people that are still living in the past. But
I mean, I even moved on. Hey, Tom's been in my bar doing karaoke like crazy, and I love it.
Yeah,
I love it. You know, you all got to move on. You didn't kill anybody. Okay, life's short. You move on. You make mistakes, and that's it. It's been a year. It's time to stop talking about it.
Yeah. If your name's not Ariana, it's time to move on. Shut up.
Hey, I got a really random question from you from a fan. What is the craziest thing that a fan has sent you? What's the craziest thing that a fan has sent you?
Hi, Jax.
Huh?
What are we doing sitting here doing a podcast all these years later?
We should have.
Sorry, man. I don't mean to not answer your question, but as I just was looking into your eyes, and I'm thinking about the time where we spent 2 days scrounging, selling things in pawn shops, scrounging up every dollar we had so we could get a new computer screen so I could continue submitting you on modeling jobs.
Oh, my gosh. Let's tell the story. So I had an iPod Shuffle that I got for my birthday. And Tom and I were down to our last dollar. I don't even think we had a dollar.
I might have had loose change. I might have had $230 in my account on a good day.
We had the Shuffle, and we really, really needed a new computer.
I had the computer. I had the brain. Yes, we broke my computer screen. I think in a fit of rage. By the way, I never spaz out, but I think I had a really bad run on online poker with money I couldn't afford to lose one day, and I just lost it. There may have been some alcohol involved, but then it was just a little crack. But we needed a new one.
And we literally took, and I say all day, I'm not stretching the truth, we were going back and forth. Mind you, this is an iPod Shuffle. This is something that was probably $60 at the time, maybe.
Yeah.
And we went to a pawn shop to look for a PC screen.
Yeah.
It took all day, and just so Tom could submit me on Model Mayhem? Model Mayhem?
LA Casting. Model Mayhem. Let's not forget Old Faithful, Craigslist.
Oh, Craigslist. Yeah, so Tom would submit me for jobs, and then whatever jobs I would give him a cut of it. And
you give me 10, sometimes 10, sometimes 20%.
Yeah, whatever it was, it got.
Because you and Tom, I don't think people realize that you guys actually had a pretty successful modeling career. But there was a time when I met you guys were slumping.
Yeah, towards the end, we just didn't want to do it anymore. Yeah. And it was like, mind you, too, in the modeling industry, there's no union. You're not protected. So if you do a job for X amount of dollars, they can take a year to pay. They don't have to pay right away. So you're like literally, you could be working a lot, but they're not paying you. By the time they do pay you, you're so behind on your bills. It's kind of like, it was just so annoying. So these Craigslist jobs and these Model Mayhem jobs that Tom would get me, just through him, they would pay you that day. So it was just kind of like a normal job through my agency would pay, just for instance, I'm just giving you a number, say $2,000. I would do the job for $1,000 cash, knowing that I would get paid that day, and it was worth $2,000 to me, if it makes sense to you.
Yeah. So, and by the way, for the uninitiated, trust me, $2,000 is a lot of money. When you're
those days,
it's like people are thinking, dude, what are you complaining about? You there's days where you make $2,000 in one day, dude. You get the check 2 months later. First of all, 20% off the top. Sometimes there's an extra manager fee,
right.
So maybe it's 30%. Also,
you gotta pay taxes.
The taxes, and the agents take they take maintenance fees, right?
Yeah.
They take digital housekeeping fees,
all kinds of BS.
I'm telling you, it sounds awesome, but dude, it's like.
It's not.
It's tough. Unless you're a big-time model, it's absolutely brutal.
I had this conversation. I don't mean to cut you off. I had this conversation with, I think we did last week. There's probably a handful of male models in this world that were super, super successful. The Tyson Beckfords, the Marcus Schenkenbergs, like those guys. There's a couple guys that have made it, but no, for the most part, men don't. There's no supermodel man.
It's
really
streaky. You can have a killer. You can have a run for like 2-3 years where you make, you're making six figures, maybe up there in seven. I don't know, but dude.
It was a tough run, but we got by. We got by.
And I
got to tell you, it was some of the funnest times in my life when I was living with Tom and Tom. Yes, we had no money, but those were the times it was fun because we just didn't care. And we didn't really have a pride or an ego. We just didn't care.
We never said no. We took any job we could get. And, man, we really went through it together. That's you and Tom really took me under your wings. You guys helped me get legit agents. You helped me get a good modeling agency, commercial acting agencies, and you guys took me on some of my first castings. I'll never forget, Jax. We went on a high-end modeling casting when you were with LA Models. You know what I'm going to say?
I know what you're going to bring up.
Dude, Jax wanted to kill me, so he took me out.
I think this is one of your first auditions.
Yeah, and it was downtown, man. So it was I think it was
Fashion Week.
It was for Fashion Week. And I'm in there. I'm like, oh my God, these are legit models. And I'm sweating. My hands are clammy because I have one corny ass headshot.
Mind you.
And we go in there. You know, Jax goes ahead of me. I go in there. I do like a little walk. He asked me about like my modeling career, and I'm like, you know, I've never really done any modeling. I'm more of an actor. And Jax was in earshot, and then he didn't say anything. And as we're walking out, we're like, what the f are you doing to me, man?
So I grew up. You grew up when you come out to LA and you do the acting, the model thing. You say you do it all, and then you know what? When you get the job, you figure it out afterwards. Do you fly a plane? Hell yes. Can you ride a horse? 100%.
Yep.
Can you drive stick shift? Sure. You say it all, and then if you get the job, then you can panic.
Yes.
But you lie to their face, and in those days they couldn't fact check you. There was no Google. There was no.
Yeah.
You know, you can tell them whatever you wanted, and they believed it. So
the funniest part is I had 0 acting credits or experience at the time, but I'm like, yeah, I'm more of an actor. I was just reading Stanislavski on the way here. But I guess I could rock down the runway for you if the price is right.
And the casting director's like, thanks for penciling us in, dude.
I don't think people realize. I don't know if they care either. How hard we grinded, dude. I would sometimes wake up 5 a.m, drop food off for Love Catering.
Yeah.
Then I would hit 3 to 4 auditions a day, commercial acting, modeling. You know, then I'd pick the food up at the end of the day. Then we would go bartend. Mm-hmm. So I would literally be working all day, all night, grinding it out, and still barely getting by, with the exception of the occasional commercial where it would give us temporary financial relief. You know, $10K, $5K.
But then again, the same thing. We were so behind on credit cards and everything else in life, student loans, whatever it may be. Yeah, if you got a big check, it was nice. But in hindsight, we had so many bills because we were so behind that it was just kind of like it was a quick, yes, you're excited because you're working, but at the end of the day, you're like, damn, I'm never ahead of the game. Like, you never had like a bank account.
Yeah. You know what we used to do, which is cruel and unusual in hindsight? Jax, remember back in the day, when we would get overdraft fees, statements, we would staple it to the wall and shame each other. Dude,
Bank of America loves sending me overdraft fees. Man,
oh my God. Dude.
They knew me by name, and they're like, "How you back again?" And then we would cash. And then Tom and I knew we had overdrafts. Like, we knew we wouldn't cash our checks, so we would go to Western Union to cash our checks.
Yeah, that was a Jax Taylor signature move.
Because I'm like, I'm not going to go to Bank of America. They're gonna take money out of my account, so I'm just going to go to Western Union and cash this. So freaking depressing.
Yeah,
it was so depressing.
But it was honestly, it was the best of times, and it was the worst of times. And
I
wouldn't trade it for the world.
No.
I know it's horrible, and I don't want to romanticize. We were I think we were almost at poverty level or below. And I got to say, man, I don't want to romanticize that, but it was some of the best times of my life. Just being in LA, finally taking that leap of faith. If you're listening to this and you've been on the fence, don't wait till it's too late. And you're like, man, what if I would have just taken that shot? And I'm not just saying that I'm on a reality show. By no means have I made it. But if you're thinking about it, and you're there's something inside of your heart that tells you, I want to pursue the arts. I want to be a musician, an actor, a YouTuber, an influencer. Just fucking do it. Just fucking do it. If it doesn't work out, you can go back to your other job.
I don't think necessarily you have to move to California anymore.
No, not anymore.
And if you are, again, Tom and I were talking about this on the way here. Literally save your money. Save it. Because I tell you what, as soon as you cross that border to California, they got you.
Dude,
they got you.
They got you by the balls.
I mean, it's so hard to save money here. I mean, you literally, and when I say you have to have your hand in 5 or 6 different pockets, you really, really do.
You got to diversify.
You got to. You got to hustle here. I mean, especially if you want a family, if you buy a home. I mean, they really, really get you here. So, yeah, you definitely come here if you got the dream. But if you can do it at your parents' house, or if you can do it in Middle America somehow, some way, with obviously technology is so different now. I feel like people can make it kind of wherever they are now. You don't necessarily need to be here for auditions anymore.
Yeah.
Do it there. But like I said, if you do come here, the best advice I can give you is do your research. Do your research. Find out who made the mistakes before you. Save your money. And be careful who you trust, because everybody's out here is trying to climb to the top. And but yeah, that's all I got to say about that. But
dude, let's get back to
hey, we're going to Montreal.
Oh, we're going to Montreal.
We're going to a place called Pangea, right? Is that the name of the place?
Oh.
Pangea?
I don't know.
I think it's called Pangea.
But you should come hang out with us. We're doing an appearance in Montreal.
We're back to appearance mode.
Oh, my God.
It's been a while since you and I have been on appearance mode. Tom and I used to get
We're no
nuts.
spring chickens, but no.
We used to have a lot of fun in appearance mode. Back when Vanderpump Rules started, we went on these runs. And when I say runs, we would go to Vegas, we'd go to Texas, we'd go to Florida, we'd go to Ohio, Michigan, any state that would really have us, really. And we would just go have a lot of fun and get drunk and just make bad decisions.
I think we've grown up. We've matured. You got a kid now. You got a family.
Oh, yeah. And
we're
that
business
aspect.
owners. By the way, how has being a new bar owner been? I know listen, if not handled with finesse and balance, it can be detrimental to not only your personal life, but your love life. It can just wreak havoc because it's the late hours. You end up inevitably drinking a little more than you usually would.
Yeah, that's the problem.
It honestly...
And people are always buying you drinks, and you feel bad if you don't do it. And I have it now down to where my bartender's like, give me water, like do a shot of water. But then they start smelling it.
They smell it.
Yeah.
They'll give you the smell check. And if they're on their honeymoon, if they've come all the way from Australia, I feel terrible. And I'm like, you know what? My liver can handle one more. Also, that's why I implemented half shots. I'm down to quarter shots now.
Quarter shots?
Yeah.
You should offer that on the menu, like do quarter shots.
Well, I have it. This is going to be at Jax's too, but we have a signature shot that's off the menu. It's the Schwartzy. Do you know what that is?
Oh, I'm going to offer that at Jax's.
Okay, it's Tom's Good Lovin' Whiskey. That's our house whiskey. And you get this is a company I invested in, Passion Tree Seltzer. They're freaking amazing. You get a mini seltzer, a half shot, and you get $1 scratch off.
What?
It's the Schwartzy, baby.
That's great.
$12.
I think I got to get some Tom's Good Lovin' for my bar, so I can have. What I want to do is I want to have a drink from Sir. I want to have a drink from Tom. I want to have a drink from Schwartz and Sandy's, and that way when we do our Vandercrawl, you can go to each place and you can try different people's drinks. So if people get a chance to go to your bar, not mine, they can try something from my bar, and or get merch, vice versa.
Yes, we're gonna cross-pollinate, cross-promote.
I think it's a good idea.
Tom's Good Lovin's whiskey it's good and all, but you know what I'm really been craving lately?
What's that?
Some Jax's Motorboat and Rum. That's such an obscure reference for the deep or hardcore Vanderpump Rules fans. Google it.
Hey, I'm just making sure that I'm getting this right. Oh, here we go. Tom and I are going to, here we are, I'm looking at it right now. It's called Pangea. Just guys, let you guys know. We are going Saturday, February, what is that? 17th. Sorry, I couldn't read that. February 17th, Tom and I will be at Pangea. That is in Montreal, sponsored by Heineken and 818. We're going to have some good time there. We're super excited. This is our second time to Montreal. We had a great time our first time.
I love Montreal. It's beautiful. It feels kind of
historic.
European. It's steep to cobblestone streets. It's such a cool city, man.
What was that? Main Street or down? What was the name? It was like old churches and stuff.
Yeah. Oh, the beautiful the cathedral, Gothic architecture, and I'm a sucker for cobblestone streets.
And the food and the drinks. I mean, they go over the top in Montreal. Canada's just got some amazing people. They're just such good people there. We had so much fun. We may or may not have hit a strip club.
But the thing about strip clubs there, it's not as like crass or like sophomoric or whatever the word is. It's not like it's frat. It's more normalized there.
Yeah.
It's more mainstream.
Right.
It's not like you go, not that there's anything wrong with going to strip clubs. Anyways.
No, so
we're getting off subject here.
Sorry about that. So guys, if you live in Montreal, save the date, February 17th, and we will be there at Pangea. I think it's almost sold out, to be honest.
Dude.
It's doing really well. My next thing I wanted to talk about was, we're going to get into a little bit of news here, is the only reason I'm saying this is because I was booted off a plane. The farting on the plane. Did you hear about this? A plane had to go back. Steve, fix me. Am I saying this right? The plane had to return back to the terminal because somebody had such bad gas.
This is correct. This is on people.com or the magazine and the airline. This is on American Airlines. The flight had to turn around.
How far were they from the actual terminal? Because when they kicked me off the plane, I want to say we were about 50 yards from the gate.
Have you been candid about what happened? Have you told your listeners?
Yeah, I told everything.
Can you break it down? Give me like the 30-second...
Okay, so I was on JetBlue Mint, which we love, and I still love JetBlue very much.
The best first class in the biz.
They do.
Forget about it.
You know, it was 6 in the morning, okay, and I'm not complaining, but it was 6 in the morning. My seat only reclined. It didn't go back up, right? So they're like, sir, you need to, I go, it's not working. I don't know what you want me to do. It's not reclining. I go, they're like, you're going to have to go back to coach. I go, well, I paid $3,000 to sit here, and it's a 5-hour flight, and I got a child that I got to take care of all day. I go, I can't sit, coach. I'm sorry. And they're like, well, sir, then we're gonna have to bring the plane back. I go, because of the seat was reclined the whole way, and they made it out to be like I was fussy and I didn't want to move my seat. But I'm sorry, you're dropping $3,000, maybe $3,000 and change on a seat for JetBlue Mint.
Yeah,
I want to sit that. It's a 5-hour flight.
That's a lot of money.
So that was the reason. So they had to return around, but they made it to be. I didn't make any commotion or anything.
Did you throw a fit?
No. I walked off the plane and I just said, "Listen, I need to. You need to rebook me." But this situation's a little different. This guy had a full-on fart.
No, it sounds like he was gaseous.
Okay, so did somebody complain, Steve?
It must have been a horrid gas. It must have been medicine farts.
There's a quote on here. We all breathed a sigh of relief when he was removed. A witness to the gassy passenger wrote on Reddit. Apparently, he aggressively and continuously acted in such a way that it was
egregious,
egregiously detrimental, Tom, to everyone's well-being. I'm seeing more of these stories, and I don't know if it's because I hang out with Jax Taylor and my phone listens to him or not.
It's a hotly contested subject because I'm like, Jax, it's common courtesy. You don't fart on a plane. There are exceptions, maybe.
What if you have a sore stomach?
Okay, it depends. You got to maybe let one out, and if it smells bad, no more.
Okay.
And what I do is I go to the bathroom and I always buy. Let's shout out Poopery right now. You've saved so many flights for me.
You're their biggest endorser.
I know.
Poopery, give this guy some money.
Got a sponsorship yet?
Yeah, you need to be the full sponsor for Poopery.
But listen, poop with confidence. You get a little Poopery or something like that. You go in there, maybe you fart, hang out for a little bit. Little how's your father? I don't even know what that means. Saw it in Austin Powers.
Let me ask you this. So this gets into my next thing. I'm like, I maybe when I was younger I would, but at my age now, I'm not holding in a fart. I'm not. I'm sorry, I'm not holding one in.
Okay, all right, hold on.
I'm not going to get a sore stomach because I don't want to upset somebody.
First of all, me and you, we're not always flying first class. Let's be honest. Let's say you're row your seat 32E.
Yeah,
we're flying to Dallas.
Okay.
And
Spirit Airlines.
It's a packed flight.
Okay.
You're 32E. You're in middle seat. You're farting.
First of all, I will never, ever be in a middle seat ever.
Okay,
well. I will not. I will cancel my job. So if I am farting, if I'm in the aisle or the window, yeah, I'm sorry. Like, dude, if your stomach hurts, dude, I'm not going to be like, oh, I better hold it in so the guy behind me. I'm sorry, I'm just not going to hold it in.
It's funny you say that because like a lot of my friends that are in the business and they're like, yeah, dude, my friends aren't bougie, but they're like, I got a thing. Like, how do they say it? My protocol is if I'm in first class and I'm paying a lot of money, I'm going to let the farts fly, But if I'm coach and, I'm smushed between two other people, I'm going to be respectful. You know what I mean? What do you think about that?
Listen, we're going to move on from this. But hey, listen, I'm not saying that I'm ripping farts the whole time. It's just like it'll be like one big fart, and then I'll let it go. I think that's fine. We'll move on from this. But I'm sorry, I'm not holding on to a fart. I'm not.
Well, also, you know what they say? Never trust a fart.
Guess what happened to me today? I got jury duty.
Damn.
I got jury duty. Have you gotten jury duty yet? Jury duty. Have you gotten it yet?
I'm going to knock on wood. I haven't got jury duty.
All right, hey, let me ask you this. You're growing up, right? You're in some big trouble. You're going to court. You see Jax Taylor as one of the jurors.
Oh, my God.
What do? Do you just say, just send me to jail now?
Just handcuff me now. It's over.
Jury duty, man. I was like, if I didn't have a child, a business, a couple TV shows, a podcast, and all this stuff going on, like my kids I'm like basically a chauffeur right now. My kids got so many things going on. Plus, I'm just trying to have a life. I wouldn't mind doing jury duty.
Hold on, you just prompted an interesting question because now, dude, you are a family man. You're married, you got the kid. Now that you're going back into this strange, bizarre world, do you have any apprehensions about being on reality television again? The pitfalls that come in this business. You have to radically expose every aspect of your life. You don't have to, but it's like an unspoken bond or handshake you make with your executive producers. How you feeling about that?
Obviously I've been off TV for a couple of years now, and the world that has left us now, there's a new Jax Taylor. Let's just say that. It's a new Jax Taylor. And I definitely had to keep it in the back of my head about, how I act and everything like that. And, yeah, of course, I'm a father now. And you know what? Obviously, because of the internet, Vanderpump Rules is never going to die. My kid's going to look up one day, and he's going to watch this one day. And the only thing I can say is, well, I was before you, and I was a kid, and I was an idiot. But
I thought you were going to say you're welcome.
Yeah, that too. You're welcome. Well, see all your toys? You're welcome.
It's like but dude, you're no stranger to being vilified.
Right.
You've been called an asshole.
Called every name in the book.
Every name in the book. But it's like,
How do you do it now with a child? Is what you're asking?
You shoot first, ask questions later. But
I do.
I feel like
That's also what gives good TV.
you're that saying like a wolf in sheep's clothing.
I'm 100% a wolf.
No.
I was not anymore.
I think you're a sheep in wolf's clothing because I think you have a good heart and you're pretty much a pure soul. But on the surface, you make snap judgments. You get cranky, crotchety.
Yeah.
You lash out at people. You're very fucking reactive.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to come down on you here. You're just one of the most reactive people.
It's okay. You're my friend. You're allowed to say this.
I love you. This is said with love. But I've noticed a change. You're not as reactive anymore. I see you take a moment, take a breath. Or am I wrong?
No, you're 100% right. And I have to thank, obviously Brittany on that. And I have to thank my son. Having a kid, you have to think twice. Yeah. And that was my problem. I never thought twice. I just did. And then, you know what, and then I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. But, having a kid now, you definitely think twice about what you do, you know? And again, like he has to, live with the fact that Jax Taylor's his dad. So, I can only go from here on out and be a good person from here on out. I can't change the past. And even though if I want to, I don't know if I'd change the full past. I mean, there's a couple things I would change, but more or less, I mean, I wouldn't have what I have today if I didn't do the things that I did. So I feel like everything,
very stoic of you.
Played its part to why we're here. There's some different paths that I wish I would have took that I didn't, but you know what? It led me to the person that I am today. Yeah. And I feel like I've grown a lot. I feel like not being on Vanderpump Rules for the last couple of years was definitely great for me. I needed that. I needed to clear my head. I look at the silver lining. I definitely went into a hole for a while.
Yeah.
Because I was like, you know what? My life was just all this, and then all of a sudden it stopped. And I was like, in the beginning, I said this before, I was ecstatic. I didn't want to be part of it anymore. But then when it set in, when the reality, no pun intended, set in, I was like, now what am I going to do? And then instead of being a victim and pouting, I said, you know what? I'm going to create a show. I called Alex Baskin. I go, I have an idea. Meet me at a hotel. It was a rainy, cold day. I've explained this, said this before. I have a show idea. And to be honest, what I wanted to do is be a producer and create shows. I thought I just wanted to develop the show and maybe pitch it to other people. But then when Alex was talking to me, he's like, you need to be in this show. This is for you. Yeah. And I thought, okay, we're going to do this a different way this time. This is going to be kind of a newer version. People like to see growth. Yeah. They want to see where we've been and what we've gone through.
Yeah.
So I'm excited about the new show. Obviously, it's announced. We can talk about it now. The Valley. We're very excited about it.
By the way, I don't know if your listeners are probably my listeners. There's a lot of cross pollination, but I know I'm friends with everyone on your cast.
You are,
and these are all solid people. I mean, I've known them for a long time. I think you guys have great chemistry. I think it's going to be a hit, man.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm allowed to say this or not, but I think I saw Alex say it. So we do have crossovers. There's people from Vanderpump coming on the Valley. There's people from Valley going on Vanderpump. So
just a little cross pollination. Yeah, nothing crazy.
Nothing crazy, but
cameos. Maybe
it's you kind of have to because we are all friends, regardless of what everybody thinks. We are all friends. We all hang out, whether you're on the Valley or on Vanderpump. We're all
whether
friends.
You're filming or not filming. Although with Vanderpump, obviously, there's never been a chasm like there was this year within the group. I think everyone knows that now, and you see how we try and I try and rehabilitate that and bring everybody back together, I guess, this year. But anyways, man, we're this is like we're all real deal friends, man. I always have to remind people.
I know. People just think we're like, is that real? Like, yeah. And I think that's why Vanderpump Rules and You'll See the Valley will be so successful because we are not casted people. This is not like, all right, we like Tommy, Susie looks good. We can have Susie hook up with this. That's not what we do. And I think that's so transparent.
That can work sometimes too. Like some of the housewives, they weren't besties before, but their shows are fucking phenomenal.
Because they all are bred from the same cloth, though. Yeah. So it works for them. It's not like they're just trying to play characters. They're all those characters. They're just put into that group.
Wait, Jax Taylor, my dear friend I've known. Do you watch other shows on Bravo?
No.
You don't? Mm-hmm. I've been getting into Housewives of Salt Lake City.
No.
And I've been watching Housewives of Beverly Hills recently. I totally get its appeal, man.
You want to watch something that'll really tug at your heart?
Yeah.
You watch Love on the Spectrum.
Oh, it's killer. I love Love on the Spectrum. Katie got me into
I'm obsessed. Yeah. And I love every single one of them. And I'm like, they see the world so, like, I'm getting emotional right now. Like, I watched the last episode. I don't want to spoil it when they start singing the Lion King song. And, like, he took his girlfriend to Africa. And then the older guy, I love the older guy. He's such a sweet guy. Like, everybody is so, like, I literally just, like, God, I just want to live in their head. They just see the world. God, I'm sorry. I'm getting choked up just thinking about it.
Yeah.
But it's just, if you haven't seen Love on the Spectrum, or wait, am I saying it right? Love on the Spectrum?
Yeah.
Watch it. And then also, I think it's Down with Love. That's another one too. But they're so, you watch those and you just want to, I don't know, it makes you feel so, what's the word?
It's a feel-good show.
What's the word? I need one of your big words.
It's uplifting. It's
you just feel good about yourself, and you just want to. I just want to be friends with all of them. I really, really do. They're all such great people and great human beings, and I hope. I mean, they're just amazing people. Anyway, I'm choked up.
Look at you. I think having a kid made your heart grow by.
It's one of the sweetest shows ever.
How many sizes did the Grinch's heart grow by?
3 times.
3 times, Jax. I think his is around 3 or 4.
It's my favorite show, and I also just watched Griselda last night. I binged it. Holy hell, that woman was nuts.
Oh, I don't know.
Griselda.
Is that
Sofia Vergara plays her.
She's a beauty.
And I tell you what, I don't know if you've watched any documentaries on Pablo Escobar. Pablo Escobar said the only man he was ever afraid of in life was Griselda.
Wow.
So that just goes to show you something. You guys got to watch that show too.
Should we do a poll like they do on Watch What Happens Live? How many of you are excited to see Jax Taylor back?
Oh, that's right. Let me talk about that. I forgot to mention that.
Oh.
Yeah, I guess we can all talk about that now that I am back on not only The Valley, but I will be on Vanderpump Rules as well. I'm super excited to be back. I think, like I said before, the world needs Jax Taylor on TV.
Dude, you're where you belong.
I am where I belong. It's good to be back.
You're good at what you do, amongst other things.
You and I have some great scenes together.
We do. We had some fun this season. Man.
Yeah, it was fun.
We had some explosive, not me and you, but you and some other people had some semi-explosive moments that we won't talk about.
I had some stuff that I was just carrying around for a long time.
Yeah.
And then I needed to get off my shoulder, but I did, and I was happy with what I said. And yeah, but I'm excited to be back. I think the audience is going to really, really appreciate both shows. I really think they're going to see some growth. There's a lot of I can't get over it. The amount of drama that's happening on the Valley after the fact, because we are done filming.
Yeah.
Now there's so much crap going on.
I'm witnessing it in real time in some of the group chats.
Unbelievable. Some of the stuff is happening. I'm shocked that they don't have the cameras back up like they did with you guys, because the stuff that's happening on our show right now is. I didn't think that was going to happen. That wasn't my intention. My intention was to show everybody on the next stage of their lives, and I feel like everyone's diving back into our old ways. Not everyone. Certain people are diving back into the old ways, and I just was like, that's not why I created the Valley. I created the Valley to see where we're going now, to see the growth.
Are we gonna see glimpses of the old Jax? Be honest.
I mean, I tell you what, I'm never going to be able to get rid of him.
I know.
He's there. I have to work my ass off. Like I said, I have to read what it says on my arm from my dad. Make good choices. I have to read that every day. It's hard for me. It is. I have to make the good choices.
Take the good with the bad when you're friends with Jax.
Because like I'm like Worm, man. If there's an easy way out, if you can cut a corner, I'm going to do it.
By the way, if you've never seen Rounders, watch it.
Watch Rounders.
It's the greatest poker movie of all time, and just objectively a killer movie with an unbelievable soundtrack.
Oh yes.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
What else?
So what are you doing special for your bar tonight? Is there something that?
We got a watch party.
Right.
Watch party tonight. We're gonna do a special event, something romantic for Valentine's Day.
Oh, you are nice.
We're gonna have a prefix dinner, and then up after 10, we're gonna lean into like the single life. You know, if you have a bitter ex, somebody that just drove you crazy, you come by. We'll have some specialty shots. We'll have a DJ. It's gonna be a good vibe.
If you guys haven't been there, the food is absolutely amazing.
Thanks, dude.
I love the food. You guys always take such great care of me there, and your bartenders are super nice.
Everybody's super cool.
Everybody's just fun. It's a beautiful establishment. If I had one complaint about it, it's the location. That's just because I live in the Valley and I hate going over the hill. But other than that, your place is awesome.
I'm a hermit, man. I don't ever want to leave my apartment anymore. Unless it's like jet setting around the world.
And plus, it's just like as soon as you look at your social media, as soon as you look at the news, it's just depressing. There's always something negative going on, you know? And it's just tough to be happy.
You want to be informed, know what's going on in the world, but you can, in moderation, you take breaks. Like, you don't need to know everything. I think everyone knows this by now. Like, you don't need to know everything that's going on in the world. You don't have to be up to date on every show, every headline. I think, 2024 is the year of... Chill?
Chill?
Yeah. How about just some less...
Wait. Why don't you go back to that? That was one of your first Generation 1 Tom Schwartz merch, wasn't it?
Officially chilling?
You should go back to that. Bring it back.
Your cloak of all things chill?
Yes.
That was a good little shtick. Your way to let the world know that you're taking it easy.
You should say 2024, the year of chill, and then do your ice cream logo.
You heard it here first.
Right?
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
What are you doing are you guys doing anything for Valentine's Day?
Man, I got to do something big. I've been slacking in the romance department again. And, it's so hard when you have a kid. You got your shows, you got podcasts, and like I said, my kid just takes a lot of my time that sometimes I put my relationship on the back burner, and it's tough. We all do it. The bar doesn't make it easier. And I'm not saying I'm going out and getting drunk, but I feel like an obligation that I have to be there. 100%. Like you said, when you started your bar, and I was always after you, I'm always like, why are you at your bar so much? Why do you do this? And now I said this to you last weekend. I'm like, I feel like I just have a big heart. And here's a funny story. So last weekend, the bar was the busiest it's ever been, and I felt so bad. My friends were all there. I kind of ghosted all my friends. I went back in the kitchen. I go, guys, what can I do to make your life better? Can I give you some drinks, some shots, whatever? They're like, Jax, can you go get us a speaker, a JBL speaker? I go, done. Left the football game, went to the store, bought them a JBL speaker, and those guys were so happy. So, and I was out of a busboy. My busboy got arrested, so I was helping everybody clean up. But it's just something about owning your own bar. You just feel like I just want to help, and I want to be there, and I feel like people are spending their time coming to my bar that I owe them something.
By the way, let's take a moment just to shout out all the first of all, everyone who works in the hospitality industry, but especially back of the house, underappreciated, often goes without thanks, aside from the occasional compliments to the chef bullshit. But seriously, shout out to the back of the house, man. Holding it down.
Oh my God, I've never seen those guys. They were crazy. Dough was flying because they were making pizzas. There's pizza in the air. There's dough in the air. Wings are going out. The girls are stressed out. People are yelling. My food's taking this long and this long and this long. It's just like chaos. And we were both in that world for a long time, so we understand it. And I think that's why we care so much about our business. It's not that we want to go there and get drunk. No, we want to go there and help and make the business thrive and help that our wait staff out because we've been there. We know what it's like to grind and to work hard and just be, go up to people like, what can I do to help you? Anything we can do to help our staff. I think that's just where we come. And I said this to you the other week, and I go, I totally get it now. I literally said this to you the other day. I'm like, I understand why you're at your bar now because you just feel like you need to be there. You owe it to them. You want to help, and you want everyone to be happy. And the most important thing to me is my wait staff, making them happy.
Yes, exactly. Because without them,
take care of your wait staff. Make sure when you guys out, make sure you always tip your bartenders because they're working really, really hard, and it's super important.
And I said this on Good Day LA today. It's so obvious, but if you're on a date, and it's one of the biggest red flags of all time is when you see someone be disrespectful. Or discourteous, or just condescending to a server or a busboy, a host, anybody, a bartender.
And I'm not going to lie, I've done it a couple times. I've done it a few times. You've actually caught me on it a few times. When I'm drunk and then I just don't pay attention or I don't tip enough or I'm just rude. I've done it and I've caught myself and I've literally had to go back and apologize because I just feel awful after doing that.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure everyone's done it at some point, but
Just a couple quick shout outs. I want to give a happy 60th birthday to my partner, Roger. He's going to turn 60 this Friday. We're very excited. Also, people have been asking me about the shirts that I use to work out, and I use the same shirts when I work out because they're super comfortable, but I absolutely love the shirts. It's called Quince. You can find them on social media. It's Quince. They're the most comfortable shirts that I've ever had on, and I love them. So a lot of you have been asking about that. Do you have any shout outs that you want to give? Anybody you want to say hi to? Do you got any future projects?
Let's see.
Obviously, Vanderpump Rules is starting tonight.
Yeah, VPR starting tonight. Give a shout out to everyone at Passion Tree. I'm a proud investor in that seltzer company. And also, I'm just shout out to my partner, Greg. He's been, we went through some weird times in that bar in the past, 6 months. It got a little rocky there, but, he's been keeping it together behind the scenes. So shout out to my partner, Greg. And shout out to Franklin Village. Shout out to Bird. Shout out to La Poubelle. Shout out to Creation. Shout out to La Villa Cantina. Shout out to the Oaks. Shout out to the Gelsons across the street. I love Franklin Village. I don't know if it was the right place to put Schwartz and Sandy's, but I stand by it. I love it. And I'm proud to be part of that neighborhood. And also, dude, you got to come to brunch at Tom Tom. We got brunch now, baby.
I didn't know that. So when did that start?
I know. We got brunch noon to 5, Saturday and Sunday.
I will be there.
And it's really fun, dude.
That's awesome. No, that's really, really
cool. You need
cool.
a little wee hill in your life.
I do. It's hard to get over that hill once you move to the valley. Also, just a little shout out to all the flight attendants and the people that work at the airport. It's been a little hostile on social media at the airports lately, but give them a little love.
Yeah, show them a little love, man.
Sorry, Tom, I forgot to ask you. You asked me what I was doing Valentine's Day. I think the big question is, everybody knows what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be with my wife and my son.
Yeah.
But the big question is, what is Tom Schwartz going to be doing on Valentine's Day? Now, you don't have to give us a name,
okay,
or that, but do you have plans?
I can give you a name and a place.
Whoa. A name and a place what?
I'm going to be in Toronto.
You're going to be in Toronto.
Yeah, I'm actually. I forget the name of the place. I think it's called Tryst.
What, is it a club?
Yeah, Tryst. It's a bar club, and I'm going to be making drinks for the single ladies, the single dudes.
Wait, is this before Montreal?
Yeah, it's on the 14th.
Maybe I should come out with you.
I would love if you came out with me, but
Brittany, let me go. So you're going to be.
I'm going to be there. But
okay.
I have a romantic interest. Yeah.
Are you going to make it up to her when you get back or before?
Both.
And where are you going to take her?
I'm not. Well, we don't have to get into that. I'm just hanging out, man. It's weird. I don't know. It's weird, but I'm happy right now. I'm just doing my thing.
And that's all anybody can ask for, as long as you're happy. Hey, quick thing. Favorite sandwich shop in LA?
Whoa. Did not see that coming. But so there's this new place called Oui on Melrose that has killer sandwiches. But like my go-to is All About the Bread, which is also on Melrose. And I like Giada's.
Yeah.
And I like
I said one, Tom. Okay, thank you.
Okay. Hell, I'm even down with Subway.
All right. No way. I got this new place called Amici's. Oh, I'm obsessed.
Whoa.
I'm obsessed. Their pizza is amazing. It's almost comparable to Costco, which is my favorite pizza. And they also have the delicious subs, which remind me from back home. My favorite sub shop back home in Michigan is called Buscemi's. It's absolutely amazing. But anyway, try Amici's here. This is not an ad. If you guys live in North Hollywood, go to Amici's. Anyway. Signing out. I think we had a great day.
Solid.
We got a really, really busy afternoon. Tom's got to get out of here. Yeah. I got to get out of here. We got to get ready for our premiere night.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Tom, for stopping in. I really, really appreciate it.
Love you, brother.
Love you too, man. And we'll see you guys next week. Hopefully, Brittany will be back. And yeah, we're out of here. Take it easy, guys.
Let's go.